My last video I spoke about all signs that you start to exhibit that shows that you're finally healing from a very painful and traumatizing experience. And this video I'm going to be talking about those signs that you're exhibiting right now, but you do not know that you're actually suffering from trauma. You're just thinking, oh, that's just how I am, or the normal phrase that people be like, oh, that's just how I am. Okay, that is my way of life, that is who I am. That is not who you are. You're actually going through stuff, you're actually suffering from trauma, and you actually do not even know. You've actually been carrying wounds for so long that all of a sudden it has become very comfortable. Like all of a sudden, I don't know how you managed to numb the pain. Like you managed to, look for a coping mechanism, for that pain that you went through, and you think that is who I am, that is who I'm supposed to be. Oh, this is my nature. That is not your nature. You're suffering from trauma, and it's not your fault. You do not have to be who pain have taught you to be. Like you can always break free, from that chain, from that bondage, that shackles. And I'm always going to be here, cheering you on and wishing you well and rooting for you, because we're all in this together. Everything I'm going to talk about in this video, like most of the things I'm going to talking about, like I I also used to, do these things before. Like I never ever thought that, oh, this trait or this character that I have, or is actually because, oh, I'm going through stuff, I'm suffering from trauma. I thought it was just, oh, this is who I am, but that's a freaking lie. It is not who you are. It is who pain have taught you to be. And the very first thing is people pleasing. Like people pleasing is not kindness, okay? People pleasing is survival. When you grow up walking on eggshells in order not to get hurt, or in order not to get, people, shout at you, or, reject you. Yes, and saying yes every single time, it just becomes your safety blanket. You always say yes to every single thing because you're scared. You are used to saying yes, because in the past, when you said no, like it became a very huge problem. You say yes to everything because you're scared that you're going to get rejected. You're scared of making somebody upset. Like that's why you keep saying yes, 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 and all of a sudden you just find yourself, trying to please every single person, because you've gotten so used to pleasing people over, you know you've gotten used to pleasing people even when that thing is hurting you. Like you do not realize that you're doing harm to yourself. Like this is a huge problem. And this actually means you're suffering from trauma. You need to stop pleasing every single person. Start having your boundaries for your life, for yourself. Another thing that you do that means you're suffering from trauma is over explaining yourself. You always feel the need to defend, to justify every single thing that you do. Because in the past, people made you feel like your feelings are not valid or believable. So you grew up thinking that, oh, you have to, explain yourself every single time, for people to actually validate your opinions, for people to actually, see meaning in what you're talking about. Like if you find yourself over explaining every single thing, you find yourself over explaining every single decision that you take for yourself, for your life, like you're just explaining to somebody that does not even contribute in any way. Like that's a huge problem, and it means you're suffering from trauma. Another sign that shows that you're suffering from trauma is when you say fine, is when you say you are fine every single time, even when you know that you're not fine, but you keep saying, I'm fine, I'm okay. But you know that you're not fine and okay, but you keep saying, oh, I'm fine and okay. I get it, like most times. And the reason why you keep saying, I'm fine, I'm okay, is because in the past, when you expressed yourself, when you try to make people understand you, your feelings were ignored or even punished, especially those of us that grew up in an African home. Oh my God, there are certain things that you cannot even tell your parents. I've seen situation where a young girl, going through, sexual abuse in a household, and she tries to open up, and people literally say, oh, she's lying, or oh, you're lying, or is it lie, and believe the adults that is, molesting her and treating her that way over her. So imagine you go through that kind of situation, you will definitely start to bottle everything in, and just start to live with your feelings inside you. You'll be scared to explain yourself, express yourself, because in the past when you did it, nobody believed you. You were actually even punished because you expressed yourself. And this happens a lot in African homes. So sad. Like you should be able to express yourself and voice out what is hurting you, voice something out, and not bottling it in and keeping it inside of you, because it's just going to continue eating you up, eating you up, eating you up. And the person that's probably hurting you is going to continue doing it again and again and again. So if you're somebody that always says I'm fine even when you're not fine, then that's a huge problem. If you're not fine, say you are not fine. Okay. So you keep saying I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, and you're actually not fine, then how exactly are you going to find a solution to that thing that is bugging you, to that thing that is disturbing you? You're not going to find a solution. And another very, very important thing that shows that you're suffering from trauma is being strong all the time. Like, you literally do not ask for help even when you're bleeding, even when like you need help. It's obvious that you need help, but you do not want to ask for help. Always trying to be strong, always trying to, that is a huge sign that you're going through trauma. You need to start asking for help. You're not in this planet Earth alone for a reason. I know I talk about self-love, self-love, self-love a lot in my videos, but the self-love I'm talking about, it doesn't mean you isolate yourself from other people. What it means is that even if people are not there, you still feel love for yourself. Like, you still feel good about yourself. Like, you don't necessarily need people. Hmm, let's check if my mic is working. You don't necessarily need people, to make you feel good about yourself, but it also does not mean that people are not an important part of your life. People are still an important part of your life, but it becomes a problem when you completely depend on, people to validate you. Like, you don't have any voice of your own. Like, you don't feel good about yourself without people telling you that, oh, you look beautiful today, or oh, your body's fine. Like, you just constantly crave validation from people. Like, that's a huge problem. So don't get it twisted. Very important thing that shows that you're suffering from trauma is you're constantly pushing people away. Okay. So when you push people away, and when people disrespect you and you just avoid them, there are two different things. When people come into your life and they show you who they are, and they disrespect you and you just avoid them and push them away, that's a different thing. But you just, when you haven't even, when you don't know somebody yet, you've not experienced somebody, you don't know that what their personality is like, and you just try to push them away, that's why it becomes a problem. You're constantly distancing yourself to avoid getting hurt. I get it, because the world is a really, really cruel place. Like, people, there's no genuine, it's very hard to find genuine love out there. Like, people are just up and playing games. Nobody wants to be real, nobody wants to be sincere, everybody's scared, nobody wants to be vulnerable and all. So you're just pushing people away to avoid getting hurt, because you were hurt in the past, and the pain, the process of healing took a long time. Sometimes you heal and the scar still remains there. Like, you never ever forget, but you've healed from something, right? Let me check my mic is working. Is working. You've healed from something, but the scar is still there. Times, trying to distance yourself from people to not get hurt is a form of defense, from abandonment that you've experienced in the past. Like, you were abandoned by people that were supposed to love you, people that were supposed to guide you, protect you and cherish you. Say betrayal that you have experienced before, because nothing hurts more than betrayal, heartbreak. Like, I spoke about this in my previous video. Like, it's so, so, so terrible. It's something so terrible that we human beings go through. Like, you cannot avoid, it's inevitable. The long, even if you try to shy away from people, push people away, like, you cannot live life like that. You always have to let people in, because you're not an island. You need to cohabit with other people. You need to live with other people. You need to depend on other people for certain things. So pushing people away every single time, like, give people the chance. You can get to know them first before you finally conclude that, oh, this person is not good for me, oh, this person is a red flag, oh, this person is bad news. Stop pushing people away just because you're scared of getting abandoned or rejected or betrayal. That's a very huge sign that you're still suffering from trauma. And most of us as adults right now, like, we're trying to heal our inner child. Like I said in my other videos, like, most of the habits that we have right now as adults stems from the things that we experience as children. When you're a child, like, you actually do not even know that this things will affect you. That's why there's something called childhood trauma. Okay, and as you grow, most times your childhood trauma, shaping you, and you have to heal from those things. Okay, don't let it control you, don't let it ruin your life, don't let it detect your whole existence and your whole life for you.